Hey, and welcome to another episode of Rankum. Today we're doing a fun list. It's top 12 movie soundtracks of the 2010s. There's been a lot of great soundtracks. Also here with me today we've got Andrew. Andrew, how's it going?
Going all right. Uh, Doing just a little bit of like refurbishing and searching and finding so many things I've never found before. So this should be fun.
And also here we've got Richard. Richard, how's it going?
Great.
Hello.
It's going really good. It's kind of fun to be in something other than a comic book rankum, so it's going to be interesting.
Most definitely.
So I am moving now. I'm just moving myself over to better intro, but I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Looking forward to see everyone's list.
Um, but yeah, So how the show works is we're going to go roundtable discussion and throw out a soundtrack we think belongs on the list, and then at the end we rank them with what gets made. And I'm going to kick it off with Richard. Richard, what's the first soundtrack you're going to bring up?
My first nomination is going to be The Greatest Showman. The Greatest Showman, me personally, I love this movie. Not many people do, but majority of people agree on that the soundtrack to this is absolutely amazing. You have This Is Me, which was nominated for an Oscar. You have The Greatest Show, Million Dreams, The Other Side, Come Alive, From Now On. There's only two songs I really don't like, but a lot of people still like them, which is Tightrope and Never Enough. So I just think the soundtrack to The Greatest Showman should be on this list.
Andrew, what do you think about the soundtrack to The Greatest Showman?
Okay, look. I like Pasek and Paul as songwriters. They're great songwriters. But out of everything that Pasek and Paul have ever worked on, for me personally, this is their weakest, actually. There's a few songs here and there that I like, but as a whole, it's not for me. I don't think it's Pasek and Paul's best work, so I'm going to say no.
Yeah, so it's down to me, and looking at what I've got on my shortlist that I've got, I'm also going to have to say no, just because I think the ones I've got here, I mean, I love The Greatest Showman, but from what I've got on my personal list, I didn't even write the Greatest Showman down. I didn't think of it. But
And he's gone. He's so mad that he quit.
But to me,
Oh, there you go.
The Greatest Showman will be a soft 13, but not quite top 12. So unfortunately, Greatest Showman is the first casualty, and we go to Andrew for your first nomination.
All right, look, you all know me. Y'all know I'm a stan of one particular artist. But the person who's doing the singing is actually really good at it. So I'm going to go with Rocket Man. I think that Taron Egerton actually does a really great song with all of these fantastic Elton John job with all these fantastic Elton John songs. And he makes some of them his own, which is really nice and refreshing. It's a solid collection of music from one of the greatest artists of all time, being sung by someone who's actually legitimately doing a great job with the pieces. So I'm going with Rocket Man.
Rocket Man's an easy yes. The songs are just amazing. It like the fact that even Elton managed to write a all new song for this that no one knew was coming, and get that to win an Oscar is also incredible. So it shows that Elton still sort of has his songwriting chops with him. Richard, what would you have said about Rocket Man?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Nice. Let's keep this train rolling where I get everything I want.
Yeah, going back to me, there's a few that I want to throw out, but I'm going to bring up this one because with the way they use the music in this is amazing, and the soundtrack is just perfect for this movie. I'm bringing up Kirk's favorite crime movie, Baby Driver. The music is done perfectly in this and just the way they make the music its own character in the movie just works, and the way they edit the way they edit it all, and it's just one of those ones that work with the movie, and it's just the songs are just great for the soundtrack and just fit. Richard, what do you say about Baby Driver?
I haven't seen it, so I haven't heard the music for it. So I would say no, just because I haven't seen it. So it's up to Andrew.
Oh, this was a hell yes for me. It was number 2 on my list. So hell yeah, Baby Driver. That soundtrack is fantastic. The songs on there are like Bell Bottoms from the John Spencer Blues Explosion is such a great song to open that movie with. Oh my, this is a hell yeah for me.
Which means, Richard, we go back to you for your next nomination.
My next nomination, I'm going to say Moana. It's one of my favorite current Disney animated movies of the 2010s. It had a lot of catchy songs. You're Welcome, How Far I'll Go, We Know the Way. So, and there's a lot of other catchy songs I just can't think of it right now. But I really like the soundtrack to Moana, so that's going to be my next nomination.
Andrew, what do you say about Moana?
This is a tough one for me, honestly, because there are some songs in Moana that I really like a lot. Like I like How Far I'll Go. I like You're Welcome. I'm actually a bigger fan of Shiny than a lot of other people are. I know a lot of people consider Shiny to be one of the worst Disney villain songs. I actually really like it, but it's probably more because of Jermaine Clement's performance in that song. But then there are some songs that are just kind of there and meander a little bit. I'll say yes. But with a warning that it'll probably be one of my lower votes when we rank it.
Yeah, I mean, Moana is a tough one for me as well, just because there's so many good Disney soundtracks out there in the 2010s, and it's tough to pick just one. I'm also probably I'm actually going to side on the court. I mean, it actually with Andrew's yes, it made the list, but I would have seen give it a slight yes as well. Which brings us back round to Andrew.
And now we get into some of the tougher picks for me, because there were 2 that I knew that I had to get on there somehow, and they both have already gotten on there. And there's one more that I really want to get on this list. I don't know if it's going to make it, though. However, if we want to talk about geniuses and music that fits the movie perfectly, the tone and the style of the movie, it's hard to pick a greater soundtrack that fits that last decade than Tron Legacy. I think Daft Punk did a amazing job with this soundtrack. I can listen to this by itself, but also their style and the way that they incorporated it into the movie and made it fit the world is so brilliant. And it was a great pick by Disney to pick Daft Punk to create the soundtrack for this movie. So I'm going with Tron Legacy.
Tron Legacy is a movie that I'm not a big fan of myself. But in saying that, I can't deny the music a place on this. So yeah, it's a yes for me for Tron Legacy. Richard, what would you have said?
As soon as I found out Tron Legacy was in 2010, because I thought it was like 2009, 2008, I was like, oh, hell yeah, it's on my list. It's an absolute yes. Like, there's not that many songs in Tron Legacy, but it is, like Andrew said, it's perfectly fit throughout the movie. And like, honestly, I was more shocked that it was a 2010 movie than anything else. But yes, it would have been yes for me as well.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, like when it comes to soundtracks, they put the score on there as well. So anything on the soundtrack, it's just anything really. So
Pretty much, yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I'm just gonna mute you, Richard. I'm hearing an echo, and I think yeah. But yeah. I'm for my next pick. I'm going to go with one that, just like Baby Drive, the music is used perfectly. With how they use it, and even the score is not that bad. But this is a franchise which is a small part of another major franchise and the way they use their music is just fits. I'm going to go with. I think I'll take this one. I'm going to go with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Or
Ooh.
both of these, like both. I'm not going to be unhappy if with what everyone eventually makes it because I'm pretty sure, but one of them will because some will bring up the other one. But if this one doesn't make it on, but I think Volume 2 does uses the music better if especially if the emotional arcs of their like father and son. You've got Brandy, your fine girl, used in the chain, which I think Brooklyn Vale would argue is one of the greatest ones. Whether or not I agree with him is another thing, but yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is what I'm throwing out. Richard, what do you say?
Um, realistically, I actually had the first one. That was going to be my next nomination, the first one, because I think the first one was better than the second one. Just how the first one was more unexpected from the soundtrack. The second one I liked. I just didn't like it as much as I did for Volume 1. So I'm just going to say it's a no for me, just because I didn't think. I think it was the opposite. I think they used the music in Volume 2 worse than they did in Volume 1. Not worse, but not as well as they did in the first time around.
Which Andrew, it puts you in the awkward situation.
So here's my thing about the soundtracks to Guardians of the Galaxy, both movies, is that they're sort of that for some of them, some of those songs, not all of them, but some of them, they're sort of that Tarantino use where it's cool and it fits the imagery of the movie. And that's kind of more important. So because of that and that they both kind of do that, I'm gonna go with the one I think is the better collection of songs. And Volume 2 doesn't have freaking Blue Swede on it. So I'm gonna say yes. It also has Surrender by Cheap Trick, and that's an amazing song. So
Richard, we go back to you for your next nomination. And remember, you're muted. You're still muted.
Give me a second. Okay,
There we
please
go.
hear me now.
Yeah.
For my next Compton. I love the movie, and I love the music that followed within this movie. What can I say? There's a lot of good songs in Straight Outta Compton. That's Straight Outta Compton.
Andrew, what do you say about Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah, look, I like
Do you guys hear
NWA.
me? Oh.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry.
I like NWA. I think they have some great songs. And Straight Outta Compton kind of kept it to the great songs. So I'm gonna say yes because this was also on my short list.
Yeah. This is one I didn't think about. I probably would have leaned towards no. Not that I don't like the songs in here, but I think the songs are great. It's just kind of similar to what I said to the first one thrown out. I just think like the ones that I've got on him, they're a little bit better. But Straight Outta Compton's not a bad pick. Andrew, what's your next nomination?
Okay, here comes the first no I'm gonna get, but I don't care. I'm gonna propose this anyway in the hopes that maybe someone will say yes. I'm a country music shill. I love country music. I love good country music, especially when Jeff Bridges is singing country music. I'm going with Crazy Heart. Crazy Heart is just a warm collection of songs where T-Bone Burnett had a huge part in it. And if I can't have Oh Brother Where Art Thou in this because of from 2000, I want one T-Bone Burnett piece to be in here. Crazy Heart it's just a beautiful collection of songs, including the title song, which I believe is the one that won the Oscar. And just the voices of Jeff Bridges and Colin Farrell are really good, and it's just a beautiful collection of songs that I think that gets overlooked when it comes to soundtracks. So I'm going to go with Crazy Heart.
Yeah, sadly, I've never seen Crazy Heart, and I don't know the songs that are on it. I've got to say no. But Richard,
Just
what do you
the
say?
title song at least.
I also have not seen Crazy Heart, so unfortunately, just the fact I haven't heard the songs, it's a no for me.
Yeah, that figures. Figured I may as well try.
Yeah. For my next nomination, I'm probably going to invoke the ears of Caleb Coho with this. I'm bringing up La La Land. This, I mean, like the score is perfect, and even the songs. I love the songs. Like the amount of times I sing along to Another Day of Sun and City of Stars, just without even hearing the songs, it's just amazing. But I mean, I love this, and I think Ryan and Emma do sing the songs great in this. I know a lot of people may disagree, but I love La La Land. I love the soundtrack. I've got no shame in nominating it. Richard, what do you say about La La Land?
I've seen La La Land 3 times. Don't remember any of the songs. I don't like the songs. May be beautifully sung. Like I don't think Ryan Gosling didn't do that great, but he did. The songs are forgettable for me. So I'm gonna say no, because there isn't a song in La La Land. There are good songs. There's not the song that like, man, I have to hear the song again. So it's a no for me.
And Andrew, what do you say about La La Land?
Hey, viewers at home, remember when earlier in the episode I said Pasek and Paul have done better work? This is one of those better works. There are some songs that kind of can like fade by the wayside, but like the John Legend song, honestly, which is fun, but doesn't always stick with me. But when you think of Here's Audition, Here's to the Fools Who Dream, and Another Day of Sun, and Waste of a Lovely Night, like there's no way that I'm not putting this on here. So yes.
So La La Land does make the list. And before I go on to Richard for his next pick, I'm going to address a comment that we've got here in the chat. Brian said that Crazy Heart was in 2009, but after what I was about to say, after researching it, it was actually only limited release in 2009. It was wide released in 2010. So I'll argue that
the soundtrack came out in 2010.
But yeah, it's one of those ones like when it comes to limited wide release, like everyone usually counts the wide release as the official, but there's always that little bit of debate there. But Richard, what's your next nomination?
So now, Mike, I have a question for you guys. Are we only doing soundtracks? Can we add in scores as well?
No.
No, just the soundtracks. Okay, it's a little heartbreaking, but my
Oh, trust me, my list would look wildly different if it was that case.
All right, my next nomination is Creed. I feel Creed had some really good songs in there, some uplifting songs, and the fact that they remade the Rocky theme song on there. I liked the remake of the Rocky song towards the end. and I felt like the music fit Creed perfectly. So Creed is my nomination.
But yeah, I haven't got up to Creed yet in the Rocky series, so yeah, Andrew, it's all on you.
Great. I'm just double checking everything on here, to be honest with you. I've forgotten some of them on here. I like a lot of these songs, actually. I kind of forgot that they were in it because honestly, they're well incorporated. I don't feel that they're necessarily essential to the movie. That the score doesn't already do on its own. But how many we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll throw Creed on there. Yeah, I'll say yes.
Creed makes the list. Andrew, we go back to you.
Okay. Okay, let's go with an obvious one. Let's go with an Oscar winner. Let's go with a Grammy winner. Let's go with a Golden Globe winner. And it's because once again I'm a country music shill. And it's got some of my favorite country artists working behind the scenes for this one. Natalie Hemby, Lori McKenna, Jason Isbell, one of my favorites of all time, honestly. Writing all Jason Isbell being the one who wrote all of Bradley Cooper's songs. I'm going with A Star Is Born. You've got some great pieces of music in there. I mean, Shallow, obviously, all of Lady Gaga's songs, but also Maybe It's Time is in this movie. Maybe It's Time is a beautiful, beautiful piece. Not a surprise being a Jason Isbell song, but still, Bradley Cooper delivers it like a true star. So yeah, A Star Is Born, the most recent one.
Yeah. Star is born. Star is Born is easy. Yes. I love all the songs on there. Shallow is a great song. Even though Brooklyn wants to disagree and say it's overplayed, it's a great song. We love you, really, Brooklyn, and I know you would have been here if you wanted on, if you could be on here. So, Richard, what would you have said about A Star Is Born?
I actually recently just saw A Star Is Born. I didn't see it in theaters. I just recently saw it, and I love the soundtrack. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Easy yes.
Right. So for my next one, I'm taking a interesting pick. But I know there's a few people in this community that do like this movie. The soundtrack is pretty bob on. I'm going Scott Pilgrim versus the World. This is a movie that I love. I know a lot of people either don't like it or think it's boring, but the soundtrack in this movie, when you've got like Sex Bob Omb and a bunch of other bands, sort of just original-ish music, is just perfectly done, and it's just so great. Like even with the score taking in elements from the computer, but the songs themselves are great. Richard, what do you say about Scott Pilgrim versus the World soundtrack?
I had it on my list. I didn't think anyone would have picked it, so that's why I wasn't mentioning it till now. So it's a yes for me. I absolutely loved it.
Andrew, what would you have said?
You've got Brie Larson singing a song by Metric on there. You're an automatic yes because of that fact alone.
But Richard, we back to you for your next nomination.
This is probably gonna be a no, but because I recently just saw this movie and I didn't think it was as I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did, which is I'm choosing the new Aladdin movie, the live action Aladdin. I love the songs. It's not as good as the original animated movie. However, it's different. It's not like they're trying to do a media copy. I feel like you got Will Smith's friend like me. I thought it was really good, different. I enjoyed it. I love I love the songs. Whole New World. I like their rendition. I loved Naomi. Oh, what's her name? Is it Naomi Scott who played Jasmine?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or am I? Yeah, Naomi Scott. I liked her. I forgot what the name of the solo song she sings. I really like that. I also like that One Jump. I like that version too. But I enjoyed the Land. I didn't think I was going to enjoy the Land soundtrack, so that's my nomination.
Andrew, what do you say about Aladdin?
Okay. This was on my short list. However, we've reached the point where we're getting now down to the nitty gritty. There's 2 spots left, if I'm not mistaken. And there are just a few movies I would rather see on this list, even though I don't think that this soundtrack is bad. I think it's pretty good. But I'm still going to say no because there's some more that I think I'd rather see on here.
Yeah, yeah, this is tough. It's like only 2 spots left, and I mean, I'm with you. I love what they do with the Aladdin music. I mean, while it's not the same as the animated one, the music is great. They did their own spin on it. It wasn't like they were trying to just completely copy it. But I too going to sadly give it a slight no. With like 2 spots left, we've got to go cutthroat on this.
Again, I figured it was going to be a no. It was just throw it out there, see what happens.
It was a good pick, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think if it was earlier, it may have squeaked on.
Yeah.
But
Andrew, we get to you for your next pick.
Oh boy. I just thought of one that I didn't have on my list. And I think that we would be doing a disservice to great music if we didn't even talk about it. Now that I'm actually thinking about this. Oh, there's 2 movies by this. Oh, God, no! Oh, why didn't I think of these sooner? Which one do I go with? More people are going to know this one, sadly. As much as I love Once, and I think that soundtrack is amazing, I think more people are going to know the songs from Sing Street. So Sing Street. I'm going to go with Sing Street. You've got some great songs by The Clash. I mean, not The Clash, The Cure, Duran Duran. And then you've got all of the original songs like Brown Shoes and Drive It Like You Stole It. It's a solid collection of both original songs and songs from the 80s. So I think that more people are going to know it and it's going to have a better shot of getting on this list. So I'm going to go Sing Street.
Yeah, this is one that that I do. This soundtrack I think is one that is fine. I'm not a big fan of the original songs in this. So I'm going to say no, but like with 2 spots left, but it's all down on Richard now. Richard, what do you say about Sing Street?
I like Sing Street. Great, it's a yes for me.
Yes.
Short and sweet.
And with that, we've only got 1 spot left. And it's on me to pick. There's 2 I'm looking at. I'm going to try for this one, just because, and try and get another Disney one on here because I think once again this is probably one that will be remiss if we don't at least talk about this. I bring up Frozen. Like, yes, there's a one song, Let It Go, that everyone is sick of. I think the songs in the first Frozen movie are great, and I do enjoy the soundtrack and everything in this. But yeah, Frozen is what I'm bringing up. Richard, what do you say about Frozen?
I like Frozen. I saw it really late, so I didn't enjoy it as much as everyone else did because the hype for Frozen was, excruciating at the point when it first came out. However, here's the thing: there's only two songs that I really like from Frozen, which is "Do You Want to Build a Snowman" and "Let It Go." So I don't know if I can just say yes for just two songs because like all the other songs are just kind of like eh. So for me, it's gonna be a no, just because like there's only like two songs that are really catchy for me, in my opinion.
Andrew,
It's gonna be a no from me, Doug. I'm sorry. I think this is one of the most overrated soundtracks of the of not only the decade but the century. "Let It Go" is just the basic Disney Princess formula song. I'm sorry. I know people love that song. I will admit that it's very catchy, but it is a fine-tuned formula that I'm kind of getting sick of. And all of the other songs, they're cute, but I don't care for them, honestly, so it's a no.
um, Andrew, what? We go back to you. What's your next nomination?
Oh, no, I thought it was Richard.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant to say. Richard, it's back to you.
It's okay. I'm not good enough. It's fine. I get it. No, no.
Yeah.
My nominations for another Disney, I'm going with Coco. I feel like "Remember Me" and "Poco Loco," those two songs, just deserve on its own. They're so good. There are other music I just can't remember them at the time right now. I just rewatched it. They're really good music, really good songs, really catchy. I didn't think I was gonna like Coco as much as I did when it first came out, and it's really heartwarming. And the music fits perfectly with the movie. So Coco.
Andrew, what do you say about Coco?
Those are the only two songs I can think of from that movie, though. And two of the three versions of "Remember Me," I actually don't really care for. The one version I think is amazing and I think it's beautiful. But the other two versions I could really care less about. Especially the Miguel one at the end. It's not good. Um so I don't think two songs, especially one being used three times, is enough to build a soundtrack for me. I'm gonna say no. I love the movie. It's a great movie, but no.
Yeah, I mean, I love the songs in Coco, but for the same reason you say no to Frozen, I only like two songs from here. I'm going to say no to Coco for the same
That's
reasons.
fair. We're at the. That is fair.
Um,
No hate.
but Andrew, this time it's back to you.
Yeah. Okay, let's go with another one that might be a stretch, but you know what? I have to talk about this one because I almost forgot it was the 2010s because to me this is a timeless movie and with absolutely timeless songs. I'm going with Inside Llewyn Davis. So it's a lot of great folk songs from the 60s, but also a few original ones in there as well. But you also get the voice talents of Marcus Mumford and Justin Timberlake, who are fantastic in the songs that they do. Um, Oscar Isaac is a fantastic singer. He's an amazing singer and an amazing guitarist. Um, Carrie Mulligan has a beautiful voice in her. Justin Timberlake, and I don't remember the name of the third guy. It's like It's something Sands. Doing 500 Miles is amazingly beautiful. The Death of Queen Jane. Um, Fare Thee Well, and you get the one fun song, Please Mr. Kennedy, which is so catchy and so much fun with Oscar Isaac, Justin Timberlake, and Adam Driver on there. All of these songs are either beautiful or they get caught in your head. I think Inside Llewyn Davis has a fantastic soundtrack that needs to be talked about and needs to be on this list.
Um, yeah, this is a movie I actually tried finding to watch for this because I've heard so much about the songs. As of yet, I just haven't found it. It's not on a streaming service anywhere, and we don't really have any video stores left in my city in New Zealand anymore. So yeah,
I will find a way to get you this movie.
I'm hoping it comes onto a streaming service eventually. Richard, what do you say about Inside Llewyn Davis?
I'm in the same situation. I haven't been able to find it or seen it. I'm sorry.
The music
I'm
itself
sure
is
it's
so
fantastic.
good.
I'm sure it is. I haven't seen it, so I can't like say yes for something I haven't seen.
Yeah. But coming from one of the songs was nominated for an Oscar, was it?
Please, Mr. Kennedy. No, it was not. Because Please, Mr. Kennedy, I believe, is the only original song from there.
Like, um, I'm going to go for a stretch now. Just because I really love this movie. I know there's a lot of hate for this out there, but I think what this person does with this band songs is great. And this is one I thought of yesterday, but today I'm going to say it's yesterday. But yeah, that joke just doesn't work anymore. But
No, I thought it was. I thought it was funny.
But yeah, what Hamish Patel does with the Beatles songs, I think is great. He puts his own spin on them. He's not trying to recreate them like verbatim a lot of the time, but and I think he sings them well. And you can I mean, you can tell from listening that he loves the Beatles and just really enjoyed getting the chance to actually sing them. I mean, I know the movie itself, a lot of people don't like. I like the movie, but I think the songs are masterfully sung. Richard, what do you say about yesterday?
I have not seen yesterday. Maybe I'll watch it tomorrow. But no, I haven't. No, I just haven't seen it. So I'll leave it up to Andrew to decide if it goes on or not.
Here's the problem with yesterday. It's songs by the Beatles. But the problem is it's not being sung by the Beatles. And he does a great job, but it's really hard to cover the Beatles and be as good as the Beatles. It's really hard to do that. And I don't think that he's on the same level. There's two other movies that I'd rather propose. So as much as I love the Beatles, clearly, I have to say no.
That's fair. Richard, what's your next nomination?
This probably be a no, but who cares? Because Rocket Man's on there. Might as well put in Bohemian Rhapsody. I love Queen. I love the music. That was a great job playing him. And Bohemian Rhapsody. Who doesn't love Queen?
Andrew, what do you say about Bo Rap?
Oh, you had to make this hard on me. I love Queen. But I think a lot of it is Freddie Mercury's actual vocals in there. And I think what I liked better about what Rocket Man does is that Taron Egerton's voice is its own unique presence, and they make it their own unique songs. As much as I love Queen, I think that if we're going to have one music biopic on there, we have the one that we need. So I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love Bohemian Rhapsody. I do think it's a good movie. And I do think the songs are good. But it's not Rami Malek singing them. Like it's this weird hybrid between Freddie Mercury, Rami Malek, and some guy from Canada. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What
By
his name
himself actually sounds like Freddie Mercury, so you didn't need to blend the three of them.
Well, I don't actually know if they blended Freddie in there now I think about it. I think it is just the guy from Canada. There might maybe sometimes there's a little bit of there, but I think it was mostly the guy from Canada. But yeah, it's a no for me. Andrew, it's back to you. What's one of the ones you think should be here?
That would hurt to say no to be honest with you. That would really friggin' hurt. But with that being said, I'm gonna go with another animated movie actually. And it's one that it's not Disney actually. I'm gonna go with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I think that there are some bangers on that album. I think Sunflower is actually one of the. I think that song should have been nominated for an Oscar. I don't know if it should have won, but I definitely think it should have been nominated. Um, and you've got some great tracks on there, and it fits the movie and it fits the world of that movie incredibly well. I think Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse it should be the next one on this list.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna say yes
Yeah!
to Spider Verse. The songs are great. I mean, I slightly disagree that Sunflower should have been nominated. But in saying that, the soundtrack itself is pretty good. Richard, what would you have said about some Spider Verse?
I love Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I just know that one song. So I know that one song. However, I would have said yes because like I know the score was amazing. I know we're not talking about the score right now, but like the soundtrack itself, like I would have said yes either way because that one song was worth it just to be on this list. The one song I like.
Yeah. But now we get to the fun part where we rank, so we're all going to write down on a whiteboard or bit of paper.
Let me grab mine real quick because I almost forgot about that.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to look over what we have. Trying to see. Ooh.
All right.
All right.
I've already got mine. But I'll actually lead off. I've got Sing Street. Andrew
I have Creed.
and Richard.
I have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Well,
I better get my phone and we'll see that.
Yeah.
do it. So, one other movie that I was thinking about proposing, just for everyone listening, was the being Wallflower. I think that has some great songs on there as well. Especially David Bowie's Heroes. That's on there, right? Or am I mixing it up with another movie?
Yeah. I mean, for my nomination, obviously I had Volume 1. I still want to put both Volume 1 and Volume 2 on there.
I thought about it.
Greedy.
I thought about putting the other one on there, to be honest.
Like originally, when it was soundtracks, I also had the score. I had some movies that had great scores. I didn't know scores weren't allowed because I was going to put Avengers Endgame. Because that score is absolutely fucking fantastic. But the fact that it was only soundtracks, that's why I never mentioned it.
Yeah, if we were doing scores, I would have added The Social Network on there.
Yeah, I mean, I did. It's one of those ones I did initially sort of say scores count, but then I thought, no, that could actually be something on its own.
Like I would have put Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse for their score. Their score was amazing for that one too.
It is, and it's not talked about enough.
Huh?
It is. It's just not. It's not talked about enough.
Yeah.
Right,
I actually had Suicide Squad on here too, but like the movie's not that great, but the music was pretty good.
That was going to be my next proposal. That was going to be my next proposal. Spider-Verse didn't get in.
Yeah, I mean, it's if Suicide Squad, it's one of those ones that that even though the movie itself isn't good, the soundtrack is crazy.
Here's the thing: I actually like Suicide Squad. People give it a lot of hate. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. It's not like Avenger Endgame level. It's not like an amazing comic book movie, but it's still fun to watch.
It's not a terrible movie. It's just like the mess.
But anyway, the wheel was set, and it is spinning.
Oh God! Please don't let it be Sing Street. Oh God! Please don't let it.
It's going to be Creed.
Yeah.
All right. So Creed is number 12.
Where do we go next?
Okay. Okay. All right.
Richard, what do you have for 11?
I have Sing Street now.
Bitch. Just say it,
Andrew.
Malcolm. Go ahead. No, just say it.
It's like I don't know. It would have been funny if I'd changed it.
I was
I
so
know, that
hoping you did. Like in the back of my head, I was like, maybe he changed it.
And I mean,
And Caleb Coho and Kirk Holokowski raised their fists up to the sky. It seems to be the one movie that the two of them can agree on.
and I'm not gonna lie, I did actually consider changing it, but
Maybe I had the one that you were going to change it to. We'll find out because I still have that one.
let's find out. Andrew, what do you have?
People are going to hate me. Moana.
Richard.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah, I don't have either of those. I put Tron Legacy.
Oh, god dang it. Oh, god, my heart. If Tron Legacy is number 10 after Sing Street number 11, my heart's going to explode.
Wait, you know what?
Yeah.
If you want, I don't mind changing it to Moana because I do feel like that's a good, decent spot for it to be.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, let's do it. All right.
But just for funsies, I'm going to do the real see what would have
Okay,
happened.
fine.
It would have been Moana.
Yes, perfect. Cool.
Apparently, Andrew's luck on the mills don't just stick in the matches.
Yep. Oh, don't say that. Oh god, you jinxed me. Oh, I have a match tomorrow. Why did you do that to me?
It's all right. Jay can blame me later. To be fair, I've got a match recording tomorrow too, so.
Oh, that's fair.
But Richard.
I think this is a good spot for Tron Legacy, my opinion.
Just say it, Malcolm. The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away.
Wait. So okay. I wasn't sure. I didn't hear what Malcolm said. Okay.
I didn't
this is
actually
where it
say.
gets hard. Oh. Okay.
I know people are probably going to hate me for this one, but
Oh, why?
Why?
You're hurting me now.
Andrew, what do you have for 8?
I have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Richard, what do you have?
I have Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Well, I'm glad me and Andrew are on the same page on Spider-Verse.
Okay, cool.
Well,
no, eight should be fine for that.
Yeah, I mean, it was because I know how a lot of people do love that soundtrack.
Like right now, like this is hard now. Like these are like some tough choices. Like we're getting up to like Oh wait, no, it's not.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm pretty sure I've realised what Richard forgot.
Yeah, I'm changing it.
Yeah, I'm ready for compromising now.
But Richard, what do you have for 7?
La La Land.
Oh,
That's not what I thought you.
how would I thought he was going to pick?
Andrew.
I thought he was going to go with Guardians Volume 2.
And I read him straight out of Compton.
I'll change mine to Straight Outta Compton. I'll happily do that. I was split between the two.
And the one time which I could have gone Guardians of the Galaxy, and it would have made it out. Just to recap what we've got left, we've got Rocketman, Baby Driver, Guardians 2, La La Land, A Star Is Born, and Scott Pilgrim.
Once we get down to 4 of these, it's going to be difficult for me. Hopefully, it's the 4 that I want, though.
Andrew, what do you have?
Guardians Volume 2.
Richard?
La La Land.
And I'd love the music, but I actually went Scott Pilgrim in this.
Ooh. Let's see where this rodeo takes us. That didn't make sense, but whatever. It sounded cool.
I dare to try and work out a way to get that into promo tomorrow.
We'll see.
I know I'm going to be pissed if it lands on one of these.
Oh my god, please let it be.
And Scott Pilgrim is going to be 6.
No. Guys, it's got Brie Larson as a key metric. Guys.
Hey, I didn't pick it, so you know.
Oh, I know you.
I agree with you, Andrew.
I mean, it's one of those ones I love. It's just the other 5. I love the music more.
I think 6 is a good enough spot for it, I guess.
Yeah, it really is. I mean,
Richard, what do you have for 5?
still not changing La La Land.
Still not changing. Volume 2.
I went with this just because it's the newest one. I think it needs time to guess it before we can say it's sort of
Don't
really
you
high up.
dare. Oh, you're a monster.
What was it? What did Malcolm pick?
He said
Rocket Man. I mean, I love the music. I just think it's sort of too. I mean, not that it's a bad thing. I just think it's too new to say it's the best of the 2010s. You know. But Guardians, it's still going to be higher. It's Guardians 2. It's going to be 5th.
Cool.
And that's really good for Guardians. So you know, it's not too much hate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've still got Rocket Man, Andrew.
Take my card away. I said La La Land.
Richard.
Finally, I said La La Land.
I know that Coho will be angry that it's not number 1, but
I think
love
Oh,
it, mate.
no.
I think he'll
What are
be
the three
cool with
left?
the fact that Rocket Man and
Oh,
Baby Driver got above it.
Yeah,
what are the three left? Or,
Rocket Man, Baby
Baby-
Driver, A
okay.
Star Is Born.
Okay. That's really.
Right.
Sorry, I lost internet. Really.
You're good.
It's all good. I've still got Rocket
All right.
Man. Andrew,
Go to Richard.
Richard.
Oh, I have Baby Driver.
Because I'm a Rocket Man. Rocket Man. Burning out his fuse out here alone.
So instead of doing your number two, you're writing down the number one,
Mm.
and it's between Baby Driver and A Star Was Born.
You know what? Okay.
This is really tough for me.
Yeah, me too. I literally just changed my answer. I had one and
Richard,
You know what? I actually had this at number 3, but I'm going to say now Baby Driver for number 1.
Andrew,
this is gonna get interesting. I said A Star Is Born.
which means A Star Was Born is going to be number one.
Fair. I'm cool with that.
In my head, I changed my answer about 3 different times.
I literally had Baby Driver written down, thought, and like erased it. I can't go against the 3 names that I mentioned in my spiel for it.
Right, just to recap our top 12. At 12, we've got Creed. At 11, we've got Sing Street. Number 10, we got Moana. At 9, we got Tron Legacy. At 8, we got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. At 7, we got Straight Outta Compton. 6, we got Scott Pilgrim. At 5, we got Guardians Volume 2. At 4, we got La La Land. At 3, we got Rocket Man. At 2, we got Baby Driver. And number 1 is A Star Is Born.
I think that's pretty solid.
It's a pretty solid list. But yeah, there definitely will probably be few more soundtrack topics at some stage on the poll. But just because we're not just going to do 2010s because it was the last decade, you'll see decades for a lot of them, especially on this week's topic, which go vote and decide what you want next week's topic to be. Next week might be on a Sunday because I don't want to sort of go up against the Schmodown. But regardless, there will be something next week, whether it's Saturday or Sunday. They haven't decided yet. But where can people find you online, Andrew?
You can find me not on Twitter, and you can find me not on Instagram, but I am on Letterboxd. It's Andrew Barr, the A in Andrew and the B in Barr capitalized, all one word. So you can see my hot takes on movies. Otherwise, you know, just around the leagues on the YouTubes.
And Richard, where can people find you online?
Oh, they can find me on Facebook under Richard Schwartz. You can find me on Twitter under External Void. And you can find me walking around thinking better else to do.
And yeah, you can find me on Take 3 Productions hosting Rankum every week, as well as Late Night with Take 3. Next week, Late Night with Take 3 is going to be the spring movie preview, talking about the movies coming out in March, April, and May. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Join us if you can. And also, you can find me competing in the fan leagues, hosting Formula Random, and all that good things. And I'll have a match dropping at in next couple of weeks. I think it will be dropping at some stage this week, where I compete against Joe Farrelly in the movie trivia face-off.
Ooh.
So yeah, until next time, keep on listening, shit.